Somewhere in London, in the summer of 2013, a woman sat alone at her computer in the dead of night. The house was silent. Her children were asleep upstairs. Her partner was out, likely at a pub, likely drinking, likely feeding the anger that seemed to follow him everywhere. In the dim glow of the screen, her hands trembled. Tears blurred her vision as she typed into Google, "Magic spells to make him love me again." She hit enter. Page after page appeared. Witchcraft sites, spell forums, desperate strangers asking how to fix broken love with something supernatural. She kept scrolling. Then she typed again, "Urgent spell to make him be sorry for hurting me." And again, "I am with a bully who beats me and tells me I am ugly and fat and hurts me all the time." Pause for a moment and think about that. She wasn't searching for help, not for shelters, not for police, not for a way out. She was searching for magic, because to her, magic felt more possible than escape. Her name was Jennie Gray, a graphic designer, a mother of 2 young daughters. And 3 months after those searches, her 6-year-old daughter, Ellie, would be dead, beaten to death by the man Jennie could not leave. In August 2013, just 2 months before Ellie died, Jennie sent a message to her partner, Butler. Investigators would later read it aloud in court. It said, "Just so you know, I am obsessed and in awe of you. I think you are so hot and want you to fancy me the same. I would die for you. I would die for you." Let that sit for a second, because while she was sending that message, something else was happening behind closed doors. Ben was sending her abuse, constant, vicious abuse. He called her names, insulted her appearance, threatened her, said he was shaking with rage. In a diary she hid in rubbish bins outside the house, Jennie wrote the truth, that he hurt her, that he kicked her, that she lived in fear. And still, she told him she would die for him. So here's the question that haunts this case. At what point did Jennie Gray stop being just a victim and become something else? Was it when she searched for spells instead of help? When she defended him after her daughter's injuries? When she helped cover up a crime instead of calling for help? Or did it happen slowly, decision by decision, each time she chose him over her children? Because what she felt for Ben wasn't love. It was something deeper, something darker, an addiction. To understand Jennie, you have to understand Ben. He wasn't just troubled. His past was filled with violence, prison for armed robbery, assault charges, alcohol-fueled rage. And women before Jennie had already seen what he was capable of. One of them, Hannah Hillman, described him as having 3 versions of himself. There was the charming one, the man who made you believe he could change. Then the violent one, unpredictable, explosive, terrifying. And finally, the remorseful one, crying, apologizing, promising it would never happen again. A cycle, over and over, and Jennie was caught in it. Ellie Butler was born in December 2006, a healthy baby girl. But just weeks later, the warning signs began. Burns, injuries, excuses. Then something far worse, head trauma, bleeding in the brain, injuries doctors said could not be accidental. Ben was arrested, convicted, sent to prison. And Jennie, she stood by him. Even as her baby was taken away for safety, she defended the man responsible. Ellie was placed with her grandparents, and for the first time, she was safe. For 5 years, she lived a happy life. School, friends, laughter, love. Those were her only peaceful years. Then, everything changed. Ben's conviction was overturned. He walked free, claimed he was the victim. Jennie welcomed him back. Together, they fought to get Ellie back. Despite warnings, despite evidence, despite fear. In 2012, the court ruled Ellie should return to her parents. She was 6 years old. She had less than a year left to live. What followed was a quiet nightmare. Ellie missed school. She showed up bruised, unkempt, withdrawn. She once said, "My house is a bad house." No one stopped it. Even when she broke her shoulder weeks before her death, an injury so painful yet never treated, nothing changed. Jennie knew, and still she stayed silent. October 28, 2013. Jennie was at work when Ben called her. Urgent. She left immediately. But the words she said before hanging up were telling. What did you do? Not what happened. Not, is Ellie okay? She already knew. When she arrived home, Ellie was lying there, gravely injured, possibly already dead. And what happened next is almost impossible to comprehend. They didn't call for help. For 2 hours they staged a scene, cleaned, washed clothes, destroyed evidence, created a story. Only then did they call emergency services. Jennie performed CPR, knowing it was too late. The truth couldn't be hidden. Ellie's injuries were catastrophic. The force was comparable to a high-speed crash. Her body told the story of long-term abuse. And Jennie's diary confirmed it. She knew, she saw it, she wrote about it, and she did nothing because she was afraid of losing him. In court, the verdict came. Ben Butler, guilty of murder. Jennie Gray, guilty of child cruelty and covering it up. As the sentences were read, she muttered, "Big mistake, big mistake." Jennie Gray was a victim. There's no doubt about that. She was abused, controlled, broken down over time. But Ellie was 6 years old. She depended on her mother for protection, and at every moment that mattered, she chose Ben. This is what makes the story so disturbing. Not just the violence, not just the tragedy, but the choices. Because somewhere between fear and devotion, between victim and accomplice, a line was crossed, and a child paid the price. Ellie deserved someone who would fight for her, someone who would choose her. Instead, she had a mother who chose the man who destroyed everything.